Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, but mainly the subscribers that keep the channel going. Thank you very much for supporting me. Here we go. As stated previously, here is my second confession. Now, I want to point out that all these confessions are true stories that I was involved in. The names of people that I'll mention, I will mention their names unless there's a security reason and I can't mention their names because they're still serving or something like that. Anyway, second confession. The year is 2007. I'm based in a place called SLB, which is called Shaiba Log Base, a logistics camp in Iraq. While I was there, it was part of the role I was on was we did different things. We did a 2-week rotation of guarding the main camp, guarding our own camp inside the main camp, guarding the DTDF, which is the jail where we held detainees, Iraqis that we captured doing illegal or terrorist activities. We also did a patrolling the perimeter, framework patrols. And not to mention that, we also did it was called Rear Idler, where our role was to escort new arrivals coming into Iraq and taking the old guys, the seasoned veterans, back to the airport and to make sure they were safe. So we did a lot of different tasks. One of the tasks when we were on one day, I was on guard as a team commander. And we had to go and do patrol. And we left the back gate. We left out through the back gate and off we went. Now, the roads in Iraq were very, very sandy and dusty. And the speed bumps were actually oil drums. The oil drums had been dug into the road, placed in, and over time, they sat probably about a foot, just less than a foot above the roads to slow you down. So we're out patrol one day, and my team consisted of myself. I had Jackie as my driver. I had Hunsdale, known as Squeak, and Brian Brimer as my top cover. We were driving along, and one day Squeak decided to try and wind up my driver by shouting on the radio, "Jackie, you've got no balls to hit that speed bump as fast as you can." Now, that is not the type of thing you would say to Jackie, because Jackie takes the bait every time. Jackie looked at me and says, Can I? And I went, wait out. I'll speak to the boss. So I spoke to the platoon sergeant, who was known as PJ, and I said to PJ what had happened. PJ burst out laughing on the radio. It was a private radio, PRR. He says, well, be it on your own head. If something happens, you'll have to report it. And I didn't see it. So PJ pulls off the road to provide security. I get on the radio and I said to the boys in the back, right, Jackie's going to reverse up and hit this speed bump. You didn't have to tell Squeak twice. He came straight down from top cover, put his weapon in the weapon rack, make sure it was secure, made sure his helmet was tight, he had goggles on, his body armor was on, his seatbelt on, and he's in the brace position. I'm doing the same. Jackie's making sure that his helmet's on, getting all ready. He says, "Are we ready?" I said to Brian's up there with the mini-me, LMG machine gun, bipod legs down, belt of, I think it's 200. There he is with his goggles on. And and Brian's like, he's not going to do it. He's got no balls. Anyway, Jackie picks up speed and Jackie starts flying up this dusty road. You can see the dust coming off the wagon. Brian's like, fuck me, he's going to do it. Anyway, what happens is Jackie hits the speed bump. The whole Land Rover lifts off the ground and up it goes and it bounces 2 or 3 times before it goes straight. Now at this stage, all I can hear from the back is Squeak. And he's laughing. All he says is, We've lost Brimer. What had happened was Brimer had flew out the top of the Land Rover. And he had landed on the road. Right? His weapon was fine. Right? But he got up and he was trying to walk. But he was walking like he'd shit himself. Because he went, I'm going to kill him. He had landed awkwardly. Now, everything in the back of Lana was fine. Squeak was laughing. I couldn't believe that Bremer thought it was a joke. And not only did we lose Brian through the top cover, he flew out the top of Land Rover, the cover that slides across on the Land Rover had came off as well. And it hit Bremer on the helmet. Bremer was fine, but for about 3 or 4 days, he couldn't walk properly. He had a bruise on his back, and he was in shit state. He went into the guardroom. Which was like a porta cabin, and everyone knew what was happening. Everyone was laughing, and Bremer came in, and he couldn't walk. He was like, I'm gonna kill you, Jackie. I'm gonna kill you. Now, one of the other commanders of the wagon was a guy called Matt McCord. I like Matt McCord. Very strict. Also, very funny, actually. Good sense of humour. But Matt knew what had happened because he had heard it on the radio, what Bremer was doing. So we came into the guard room and Bremer was going, I can't walk, I can't sit down. I need to go and see the medic. And Matt McCord walked up and stood in front of him. What's wrong with you? He says, I can't sit down. He says, well, when you're at the medic, get them to look at your bollocks. And he went, what's wrong with them? And Matt hit him a boot in the bollocks for being stupid. Well, that's my second confession. There we go. I lost one of my men through the top cover of a Land Rover on a routine patrol. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll do another confession tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe.